In this video, you're going to learn how to divide rational expressions as well as name the excluded values. We're going to go through two examples together. So go ahead and pause the video if you want to try and test yourself, and we'll go through them together. So the first example, we've got this rational expression divided by this whole rational expression. So you probably remember from earlier in math, when you divide fractions, what do? It's the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So some students remember it as keep it, change it, flip it. So you always want to make sure that you're flipping or taking the reciprocal of that fraction that you're dividing by, that second fraction there. So the first thing we're going to want to do is factor everything as much as we possibly can. So the numerator, we say to ourselves, what two numbers multiply to 25 but add to positive 10? That's going to be positive 5 and positive 5. Now if you need help remembering how to do all the different types of factoring, check out my Learn How to Factor video, and I go through all the different types. For the denominator, we say what two numbers multiply to negative 12 but add to positive 1? That's going to be plus 4 and minus 3. Now for the second fraction, this is a difference of two perfect squares, so it's going to factor as a sum and difference pattern. One we're adding, one we're subtracting. I'm just taking the square root of 25. And then the bottom, the denominator here, we can just factor out a greatest common factor, which is factoring out a 4, which leaves us with x minus 3. Okay, now that we have it completely factored, let's analyze the excluded values, meaning the values that x cannot be. We know that we cannot divide by 0, right? Because that's undefined. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the denominators here and set these equal to 0. So if I set x plus 4 equal to 0 and subtract 4 from both sides, I'm going to get negative 4. Here I'm going to get positive 3, positive 3. So we know that x cannot be negative 4 or 3. Now here's the part that students sometimes miss, and that's that the fraction that you're dividing by, the numerator also cannot be 0. Now why is that? Well, because if the numerator is 0, that means this whole fraction is 0, and you can't divide this fraction by 0. Anything divided by 0 is undefined. So the denominators can't be 0, and the numerator of the fraction you're dividing by can't be 0, because that would also be undefined. So here x cannot be negative 5 or 5 as well. So these are all of our excluded values. Now let's go ahead and simplify. So I'm going to keep this first fraction the same, x plus 5, x plus 5, the denominator the same, x plus 4, x minus 3. But when we're dividing, that's the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So I'm flipping that second fraction. And now this, I think, is kind of the fun part for some reason. I don't know if it's just because it's condensing it down, or it's just kind of satisfying in the sense that you can reduce anything numerator and denominator, or on the diagonals, numerator and denominator. So here you can see like this x plus 5 cancels with this x plus 5. This x minus 3 cancels with this x minus 3. You don't want to cancel these x's because addition is not the inverse of division. This is all treated like a group. So that's about all we can do. Now you multiply the numerators together, the denominators together, or whatever's left. And you don't have to simplify. You can leave it in the factored form. So I could say 4 times x plus 5 over x plus 4 times x minus 5. Usually teachers will just say leave it in factored form when you're working on this particular lesson. And that's your final result. Let's take a look at another example. Okay, see if you can pause the video and try example number 2 on your own and see what you get. We'll go through it together. And while you're doing that, I just want to mention that if you like the way that I explain things here at Mario's Math Tutoring, check out my video courses for sale. I have an Algebra 1 and an Algebra 2/College Algebra video course for sale that takes you step by step through those typical courses. So I've got links in the description. And let's dive into this problem now. So x squared minus 4 divided by x squared minus 4x plus 4 divided by this rational expression. Let's go ahead and factor it and then identify the excluded values. So this is referred to as a difference of two squares. Difference just means subtraction. These are both perfect squares. Square root of x squared is x, square root of 4 is 2. One we add and one we subtract. Either way, either order is okay. For the denominator though, what two numbers multiply to 4 but add to negative 4? That's going to be x minus 2 and x minus 2. And then here we're dividing by this fraction. Let's see, what multiplies to 2 but adds to 3? That's going to be 2 and 1. And then the denominator, what multiplies to negative 2 but adds to negative 1, that's going to be negative 2 and positive 1. Okay, so now let's identify the excluded values. We know we can't divide by 0, so x cannot be 2, because 2 minus 2 would make this 0. Can't divide by 0. Same thing here, x cannot be 2, that would be 0, and then also negative 1. So we know that x cannot be 2 or negative 1, and we know that the fraction that we're dividing by, this guy here, the numerator can't be 0, because if the numerator is 0, this whole fraction is 0, and we can't divide by 0, right, to this first fraction. So that means that x cannot be negative 2, so add that to our list, and it can't be negative 1, which we already listed. So it can't be those values right here. But now let's go ahead and simplify. When we divide, it's like multiplying by the reciprocal, or you can think of the keep it, change it, flip it. So this first fraction, let's keep it the same, x plus 2 times x minus 2. Denominator is the same, x minus 2, times the reciprocal. So I'm going to put the denominator in the numerator and the numerator in the denominator. And then this is kind of the fun part, I guess, at least for me. I like to reduce these down. So top and bottom, or on the diagonals, top and bottom. So let's see, we've got x plus 2 is canceling with x plus 2. X minus 2 is canceling with x minus 2. Here we also have another x minus 2, numerator and denominator. And these x plus 1s are canceling numerator and denominator. So what are we left with? Some students might say 0 because there's nothing left, but what you're thinking about is when you're reducing, you're saying x plus 1 goes in here one time, x plus 1 goes in here one time. It's just like reducing a fraction. So what we're really left with is 1 over 1, which is equal to 1. So this whole thing actually simplified down to just 1. Of course, x cannot be these values that are excluded. If you want to see more examples, you want to test yourself, which I highly recommend, follow me over to this video right there, and we'll get some more practice. I'll see you in that video.